All right, now we're going to get into what to bring with you and what to do with the appointment. If you get the appointment, but you're not prepared, you will lose the listing. This is where most agents mess up. They get excited, they got in the door, and then they just totally wing it. You cannot wing this. You need to be ready because the difference between an average agent and a professional is preparation. So let's start with what you need to bring. There are 4 main things that you should always have with you. Number 1 is your listing presentation. Print it out, clean, professional, laminated, not something you're pulling up for the first time, okay? You should know it like the back of your hand. Practice it every week. Number 2, a CMA, comparable market analysis. You need to be able to explain the market, what homes are selling for, what's active, what's expired, because most FSBOs have no real understanding of how pricing actually works, okay? Number 3, a seller's net sheet. This is huge because at some point they're going to ask you about commission, and instead of arguing about commission, you shift the conversation to what do you walk away with? That's what matters most, and that's really all they care about. Number 4, examples. This is where most agents are weak. You should have examples ready on your phone or your iPad or your laptop, whatever you bring with you. Listing photos, videos, open house videos, marketing. When you can show them what you do, it hits way harder than just talking about it, okay? Now, let's talk about what to actually do when you get there. So step 1, you want to control the appointment. Do not walk in and let them lead you. You lead. When you get to the door, you introduce yourself. You say, hey, pleasure to meet you. My name is Ian. And then you sit there and you wait to be invited in. You don't force your way in. That is a small detail, but it actually matters a lot psychologically. When you walk in, don't sit down right away. Say, hey, before we sit down, do you mind taking me on a tour of the home, showing me around the home? Now you're in control. Step 2, the home tour. This is one of the most important parts of the entire appointment, and most agents waste it. This is where you should build rapport, ask questions, and gather information. While they're walking you through the home, you're going to ask things like, what do you like most about the home? How long have you lived here? Where are you moving to? What's your timeline? Okay, but don't just stay surface level. You need to go deeper. If they say they're moving, ask, why are you moving? What's pulling you there? That's where the real motivation is. And the more you understand their motivation, the more control you'll have later. Now, while you're doing this, you're also building rapport. This is the most important part of the entire process, okay? Not your presentation, not your scripts, rapport. Because people work with people they like and people they trust. So, how do you build rapport? 3 simple things. Find common ground, listen, and mirror them. If they say something, repeat it back to them. If they say, we're moving in about 3 months, you say, okay, so about 3 months. That shows that you're listening and it builds connection. I know it seems maybe a little funny at first, but you'll get good at it as you practice it. Also, you want to match their energy. If they're calm, you're calm. If they're high energy, you're high energy. That's called mirroring, and it works every time. Now, step 3, be prepared to present. After the tour, you transition. You say, hey, is there somewhere we can sit down so I can show you exactly what I would do to help you sell the home? Now, you sit down. Now, you present. And here's the key. Keep it simple. You're showing them what you do, how you market, and why it works. And you should know your presentation without having to read it because confidence comes from preparation. Now, one more thing. You should always be ready, meaning if you get an appointment 30 minutes from now, you're ready to go because you already have your materials, your presentations, your examples. You need to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. So here's your takeaway from this video. Don't wing the appointment. Be prepared. Bring the right tools, control the process, build rapport, ask deeper questions, and present with confidence. Because if you do those things right, you're going to put yourself in a position to win every single time.